How's it going, everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of season 2 of DestinyCraft, or it might actually be episode 1 of season 3, depending on what we decide here to do here. We are now in 1.18 with the new Caves and this part 2 of the Caves and Cliffs update, and I haven't said hi to y'all since 1.17 came out, sadly. To say I have been busy would be an understatement. This semester is, or this year is my senior year of college. That's been keeping me pretty busy. And then about halfway through the semester, this fall semester, I was diagnosed with cancer. And that put a little bit of hiccup in getting videos pushed out here, but I'm hopefully here soon going to be making a change to that, get some more videos out of here. Last time I spoke with y'all, this iron farm did not look this pretty. There was not a boat there. Most of the rest of this was here, but I don't think much of this was moss, and I believe, and this beginnings of a warehouse was not here. For me, this video is going to be a catch-up of everything that has been worked on between the last episode and this one. This building behind me here is covering up the iron farm that I spoke about in the last episode, plus some other neat goodies we got hidden up underneath it. So right here should look fairly familiar. We got our sugarcane farm going on here. Right there is our killing chamber, but we've lowered this whole floor down. You now access the sugarcane products from here. Get all of our iron output here. Got a little bit of a backlog. But then you can come back here, go down this little bubble vader, and we have this little underground area. All the poppies from the iron farm are coming down here, building up bone meal. We have the bamboo farm out there, and I'll show you in just a second, is being funneled into here. And then, for whatever reason, we're not getting cats spawning right now. I don't know if there was a change that. I need to look into that, but we were having all the string from the iron farm with the cats coming here. And right here is an input for us making scaffolding for fuel. And that fuel goes straight into this double piston array thingamajigger of a super smelter. It does its thing. It smelts stuff up fairly quickly, as quickly as we need things going. And then over here we have a fully automated, fully sorted wool farm for all the colors. Got a big thing back there that I built up to automate the cuttage of wool. And then you can come up back this way and you have our honeycomb and honey block farm, which I believe was already here last episode. Just made its output area and storage just look a lot neater. And then back here is our bamboo farm, which I bet you a flying machine is stuck back here, like it typically always is. Let's get that flying again. occasionally we have to come over here and fix that flying machine, because the system goes off with the daylight sensor when it is turning to nighttime. And occasionally when we're flying back and forth, that's where it gets hung up. But this is about half of the warehouse that I am building to hide this bamboo farm, and just to make the place look nice, and going to be extending the island out a little ways off the shore here and make it look like a boat dock type deal, and may even eventually add some more boats that look like this. This one is, so over here, about right here, we used to have a little dripstone farm going, and at some point I got in the process of moving it over here, and it's going to be contained inside of a couple of these shipping containers. Well, this boat may have taken me about 30-45 minutes to construct. The one I'm about to take you to took a couple days. Just off the coast of our mushroom island, Reef Slayer and I have constructed this massive cargo ship that doesn't have a bridge yet, and cargo container storificator not there yet. Will be eventually. But this is from a design from, I believe the name of the channel is Lord Dacker, and if I remember, I will put a link to the video of the tutorial for this boat down in the description. But this girl took a while, and the purpose of this boat is our super ultra mega storage system. This is our, I believe, 99 unit sorting system. This might have gone up pretty quick, but it also went through the resources pretty quick. And Reef Slayer put a couple of these just little notes up about what all it took to build this big old girl. And the thought process is that we'll have an input chest here, or somewhere over here. It'll go down, go all the way down, and then at the end go up, and we'll have some mega storage silo stuff there for large quantities of items. And then come back down, and on this side I'll have this potentially mirrored over here and go all the way back down, and then just have a miscellaneous chest or something for all that to overflow into. Insane overkill, I know. Our next stop is the next coastline over. We have a little desert village over here that you probably saw a little bit of in the first episode, but I don't think I showed any of what we got built up. I have constructed what is starting to become of a bit of a old western style build going on for each of these trading halls, and Reef is in the process of building up his little mining base shack. One of these little storefronts, if you want to call it that, is going to be hiding this little cactus farm that we got going for the green dye and such. One's going to be the portal building that we got right there. And then right here, excuse me sir, you're holding the gates open. And here we have all the stonemasons, and there'll be a second floor up there. Very nice for all the terracotta we need. Then we have the blast furnace dudes, stone, or the whatever them things are called, dudes, and the, what's it? I'm gonna check what these guys are called. We got the armor, the toolsmith, and the blacksmith. That's right. They're all in there. We can get every piece of diamond gear that you need, regardless of the enchants on it. We can just put it on the grindstone if we need it. If you would excuse me, fellas. And then we have our librarian hall. May have been a casualty. We have all the essentials, plus a little bit extra. Still kind of flushing some of these dudes in and out. And then we have one that I'm pretty proud of. This is our little farmer's market trading center. All these guys are set up to, except for one, I think. No, not this guy. This guy. Somehow this guy got stuck on wheat. Could have swore I set him to take carrots as well. But this guy might not actually be locked yet. Anyway, other than this guy, all these fellas in here are set up to take carrots as for emeralds, and then they have an output of golden carrots. And elsewhere in the world, we have a super ultra mega carrot farm. But not only is it a super ultra mega carrot farm, it's a super ultra mega everything else farm as well. This is our water monument farm, ink farm, bone farm, gold farm, carrot farm, crazy farm, and wheat farm even. Here we have the portals that are constantly turned on and off. This design is based off of Foxy No-Tail's design from, I think it's the season that just ended of Truly Bedrock. He and I believe was Slack Blizzard built. So we got the gold farm there. We have the wheat farms on either end of this noodle, this spaghetti, whatever nonsense. We got the ink farm and bone farm, which also gets a bunch of fish that we don't need, because this farm already produces a bunch of fish. And yeah, that guy's flopping around because some of the tridents keep going missing, and the pistons like to pull the guys out of their little kill chambers. They'll eventually despawn, hopefully. And then, with all of that, we have, these are all the outputs of the ink farm, all sorted and filtered into these chests. And then we have the golden ingots, the golden nuggets, all the rotten flesh that we'd eventually be able to use to trade with the clerics. All the heads from the pigs. And then these carrots are backed up all the way to the carrot farm itself. And then this was completely full of fish as well the other day. I had to empty it out because it was clogging up the system. But then we get the shards, the crystals, and the guardian heads all filtered out to their respective spots. And this farm is activated just by standing on this pressure plate. It's usually done by my camera account because that's the account I use to place all the tridents down there, and it gave it a looting sword. It is an understatement to say that this thing is a spaghetti network of hoppers on top of hoppers on top of hoppers. It is a miracle that there's enough space here to make all these work and these hoppers go to where they need to go. Because we have a set of sorters for the gold farm right here and right here. We have a set of sorters over there, and we have a set of sorters right here and over the back here. Everything going every which way. And yes, at some point this minecart system will probably be replaced with a hopper loop that goes around here instead of a minecart system. For a little bit, I thought our gold farm was broken because we kept getting items in places that didn't need to be going to where they were going. Come to find out, the system was getting backed up because Reef never sorted these last couple of, they were sorted, but he never made a hopper lines for these last couple sections of sorted items, and everything was backing up. But with the creation of these big farms comes the creation for me to make big buildings around them. And here we have the start of our super crazy water temple that I'm going to build around this, and probably hopefully terraform a island around it as well. We've also worked on our, Nether Hub is kind of crazy to say because our quote-unquote base spans across such a large spot that we have a hub just for our base. After about a week or so's work and a couple of listening to a couple of Star Wars ebooks, we have this. Our crazy big Nether Hub for our base. This is the entrance to our Guardian farm. We have some dying iron golems, but this is going to the desert village. And then we have some villagers here that trade the gravel for, or emeralds and gravel for flint and steel. And we use the gravel, trade it to them to get the flint, so we can make flint steel to put into the gold farm. But with the gold, we have our little piglin bartering system over here, which I don't know why is on. I don't think there's any gold in it. Let's turn that off. But this has a timing system on it where we don't waste any iron going through the system, or any gold going through the system. And it's just a little rail system on top. They evenly distribute the gold to all the pigs. Hopper timer system, either hopper clock I believe is what people call them. And then yet another very large sorting system. Not really very large, but you get the idea. And this is where we store all the items that we get sorted from these guys. And then large overflow for all the non-sortables. And occasionally get some sortable stuff coming through. I throw that up to server lag. But then we take the gravel that we get from this to trade with the villagers to get the flint and steel to then put back into the gold farm. I know, weird cycle. But it works. So, like I said, that's the water monument, desert village. This is the portal to inside the boat of the big sorting system boat. And this is the entrance to the Mushroom Island portal. This way we have what used to be our old portal portal to the Mushroom Island used to sit there. Down this way goes down to where Reef Slayer goes and does his netherite bombing, as he calls it. Out this way is a tunnel I am constructing to go out to what is about to be our Withersco farm. Also this way is a ghast farm that I don't really feel like going to right now because I've got all the gunpowder and gas tiers I ever need now. But we constructed a gas farm that was designed by Silent Whisperer that is crazy OP. But it is way off in that direction. And then back down this way is the tunnel heading down to our shopping district portal. Here's the portal to the shopping district, and down this way, a couple branches off, is the portals to Rokinix and Storm Shadow. But we'll head through to the shopping district and I'll show you the couple shops I've built up lately. So everybody, or in the last episode, I showcased Beetle's boat that I constructed from Legend of Zelda. But then I built this steamboat. Right now he doesn't really have a interior, but right now this is our rocket shop. Pretty plain and simple, but eventually I'd love to get an interior in here and make this nice and pretty. But we're selling it for 3 stacks for a diamond because, like I said, with our gas farm we are getting all the gunpowder in the world, and it'll be a while before I have to go AFK over there again. I built this shop a couple months ago now. I think it was back in September when I built it. Just yesterday I finished constructing the shop, that which we are going to be selling the products that we get out of our water monument farm. And she is right there. I will say that this shop was very B-Dub style influenced. B-Dub is definitely one of my favorite people to watch on YouTube when it comes to building stuff, and like I said, this is very, very inspired off of the type of stuff that he builds. Obviously showcasing a bunch of stuff that you get, or showcasing almost all, or definitely is showcasing all the blocks that you get from a guardian farm, and then the warped stem wood variants definitely worked with it very well. Very simple interior. Don't really have many plans to do much more than this. Probably add a couple little mini blocks of the blocks that are being sold and whatnot. But we have our sea lanterns, our dark prismarine, which will go here once I get enough stock to stock it up. We got our bricks and just our normal prismarine, all at their respective prices. Tied up in a really neat bow, I believe this is pretty much everything that I've got built, constructed, and set up since the last episode. With everything that I have showed so far, this is all the groundwork and the beginning of what I would like to eventually do for my mega base. And my mega base is going to be out here with Reef in this just off the coast of our desert village, out here in the new mountain generation is going to have where our big Marvel helicarrier is going to have its large battle showcase style of entrance. And I cannot wait to start building that and showing the type of story that I would love to tell with it and everything that's going to go along with it. Oh, that's awesome. I love this new generation. This is so much fun. Oh, of course, I'm out of rockets now. Well, now that I'm out of rockets, that is going to be the end of this episode. Ah, leave me be. That is going to be it for this episode, and hopefully here soon I'll be catching y'all up with whatever's going on. Here soon, hopefully we are working on our Witherskull farm and getting it put together, and I would very much like to bring y'all along on that process. Thanks for watching. Once again, I hope you stick around for the rest of the series. Hopefully it actually becomes a series. And now I'm going to walk my sad self back home in the rain with no rockets. See y'all.